Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight by taking a look at the infection rate. The North Dakota Department of Health is reporting the highest single day for COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic, with 2,278 new cases. Burley, Cass, Grand Forks, and Ward County all reported more than 250 cases. The active cases in the state has risen to more than 11,000 people. An additional 19 people have died, bringing the death toll to 726. Minnesota health officials reported a record daily increase of 8,703 new COVID-19 cases, along with 35 more deaths in what's been the state's deadliest week of the pandemic. This brings the death toll to 2,874 in the state. In a last-ditch effort to avoid another lockdown, state leaders are taking action. Starting Monday, new restrictions for businesses, mask wearing, and activities will go into effect for North Dakota. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie breaks it down for us.
State leaders are sounding the alarms. Surging COVID cases leading to mitigation measures.
I think it is a bummer that we're going to go into lockdown again. Hopefully we can get this under control as soon as possible.
Let's start with masks. The measure calls for all North Dakotans to wear them indoors at all times, outside when social distancing isn't possible.
The cases are kind of the same either way, so it doesn't make a difference.
But this time around the state, it will be enforced with fines. And the same goes for the next measure. Bars and restaurants will be held to 50% capacity. No more than 150 people can be inside at a time. All doors will close from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and curbside delivery won't be allowed during that time.
I think it's just worse off for people and their livelihood to have things shut down.
The last measure says high school, community, and club sports will get to finish their current season. However, winter sports and activities will be suspended. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum's new order will last through mid-December. In Fargo, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
For more information on the governor's new order, download the Valley News Live app. You can find this story on our homepage. North Dakota climbed into the orange statewide and only has a few more COVID-19 caution levels above that. It only has one more caution level above that, which is red, while the other risk levels have been held as recommendations. Red appears to be a requirement and would return counties raised to that level to the type of lockdown the state saw in March, some weighing in on what that means to them.
That'd probably be good, so we can get it under control and, try to have less than people infected with it.
It's nothing more than a label. It's not changed anything. It's not done anything. So until I see anything actually happening, then I don't.
Made a definite financial impact on me because I'm a widow. I live alone, and it's going to be terrible.
Governor Doug Burgum announced the state is introducing new rapid tests called Binax. Healthcare and long-term care workers will be the first to receive the new rapid tests. Governor Burgum says those workers need test results faster in order to continue their essential work.
It can help us identify those individuals that are spreading right now and know it immediately. It's a game changer.
Governor Burgum added that the new rapid testing is also substantially cheaper, which will be helpful when the state runs out of federal COVID-19 relief funds. A chilly weekend, but nothing too out of the normal for this time of year. Summer Schnellbach has a first look at your forecast. Summer?
Good evening, Katie. Things are looking fairly quiet tonight. It has been a little bit chilly out there, but a little on the breezy side, not too windy, but the wind will be picking up over the next couple of hours. Right now, still fairly calm across portions of Bemidji, Wadena, and Sisseton as well. Southerly winds in Fargo at 8 miles per hour, but look at eastern North Dakota and onto the left of your screen in western North Dakota. Minot and Bismarck seeing those gusts into the 30s and 40s. Winds are sustained at 15 miles per hour in both Devils Lake and Jamestown, and we'll continue to see the increase in wind over the next couple of hours. At this hour tonight, the chilliest air is up towards Rosa, Wadena, Bemidji, and Baudette with low 30s. Meanwhile, 43 in Jamestown and Valley City, where we're seeing the warmer air. Throughout the next couple of hours tonight, we'll see temperatures remain fairly steady in the 30s, and we will see increasing wind as well. I'll let you know how windy will be for the first half of your Sunday coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Summer. Around 8 this morning, the West Fargo Fire Department responded to a report of a deck fire off of Queens Way. Fire crews found the fire on the deck and put it out quickly. Officials say the fire was caused by smoking materials that were thrown into a flower container. There was small damage to the deck area, but no one was hurt. This is the 5th fire related to smoking materials left on decks that the West Fargo Fire Department responded to so far this year. Fargo police have found the missing woman we first reported to you last night. Police announced that Lori Leaning was found safe this morning.
Last week, we saw unfilled positions rise greater than 30% of all of our teacher absences. That's pretty significant.
Staffing shortages brought on by surging COVID-19 cases are forcing some schools in the Valley to close their doors. Moorhead announced that students K through 12 will move to full-time distance learning on November 30th. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie checked in with other school leaders to see if similar moves will be made.
We're starting to see significant staffing shortages.
Fargo Public Schools are on a growing list in the Valley, seriously considering taking students out of the classroom.
No one building to this point hasn't been having to transition to distance learning completely, but we've been really close, whether it's with a couple of classrooms or with the buildings. And if we continue to see staffing shortages at this level, that's something that we anticipate happening.
Moorhead made the move to keep students home until after the holidays. Crookston until December 9th. And just days before West Fargo planned to bring elementary students back full time.
We went from 50 staff members being out Monday and Tuesday at the elementary level to 128 absences on Thursday.
The districts that are stepping back fear the holidays will only make the problem worse.
If you track that within that 14-day quarantine period from Halloween, we're making an inference that that is what happened. And then knowing November 30th would follow up on Thanksgiving, we were very concerned that we would be short-staffed and not be able to serve our students.
School leaders say they need a couple things to keep the doors open. More subs and families to take precautions as most transmission is coming from outside the school. If the virus continues setting records for new cases, shutdowns will follow. Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
We are aware that an incorrect graphic aired in last night's 10 o'clock newscast stating that Fargo and Grand Forks Public Schools are switching to distance learning on November 23rd. That is incorrect. As we stated in the script tonight, both districts are considering the move Monday. Later on Valley News Live at 6, thousands gathered across the nation today claiming the election was stolen from President Donald Trump.
And much of the Red River Valley is seeing fairly light winds to start off our evening, but they will be picking up over the next couple of hours. I'll be tracking the winds and where we could see some snow for the rest of our weekend.